Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Rajkumar, recording. Could you just start? Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 3 of the family call, Family and Me. And I hope you're having as much as a good time clearing all your limitations as we all are over here. And day 3, we have still 2 more to go. And today, what more magic can we be in the middle of this? Aradhana?
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shani. How does it get any better and what else is possible? Yes. So everything family means to you. Can we destroy and create all first? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot pock, on. Thank you all for showing up. And I'll be using a clearing statement from Access. And it's called Right and Wrong, Good and Bad, Pot Pock, on and beyond. So anybody wants to understand it, can go to theclearingstatement.com and understand more. It's a magic wand which brings up the energy, whatever we have created so far, to destroy and uncreate it and have a clean land, piece of land, and starting refresh from there. So I would be using, and it's your choice to use it or not use it. It's not necessary. You can just let the energy go and dissipate. Awesome. So anything anybody wants to share from yesterday and have any questions, or should I go ahead? Awesome. All right. So what does family and caring mean to you?
What was the home play?
Just a moment. Okay. Home play. Yes, guys. Home play. Good question. What was the home play, guys? Hello, please. Sorry, grey screen hatao sab log, please. Show me your faces. Pretty faces. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So what was the home play? I don't remember.
Home play was to have sex with everyone.
Yes. Home play was to have, you guys have sex?
Yes, we did.
Okay, how was it? Anybody would like to share the experience of it? How was the sex? And who did you have sex with? Did you like have it with everybody? Did you have orgy? Did you have just like single sex, like monogamy? What was it? Anybody wants to share it? That was interesting. How did I forget? Anybody? No? You didn't have? Shit. You lost it, man, guys. एक chance दिया था. छोड़ दिया तुम लोगों ने. चलो, up to you. Anita ji, you did it? Question तो आपने पूछा था. शक्ल कहाँ आपकी? दिखाओ जल्दी से. He's still having sex.
Aradhana, I did have it, but with something with my personal things.
So did you enjoy it? And that is my question.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. How does it get any better than that? So today's topic is family and caring. So what do you have to say about caring? Anybody? Any questions coming up? How many of you care for your family?
We all, I think.
You all? Neenu has a question. Yes, Neenu, come up.
I don't have a question. I said me too. Yes.
Oh, you too. Awesome. You care. So what does caring means in your world, Neenu? Come on, you only say it.
Caring means to be there for them and look after them. Oh my God.
My God. Oh my God. How light was that? Look after them. Is that true caring? Everything that was, can we let that go?
Yes.
It was, if you do not have to take care of them, and then what would you be? Then what does caring means in your world? That
the person should be with us when we need them.
No expectations. ये कौन था? कौन बोला ये?
मैं बोली.
Just me. मतलब expectation तो हमारे पास है ही नहीं.
And this was caring for them or caring for yourself?
Yeah, why not? But why not?
Yeah.
You know, you can always have. The whole idea is, first you have to be clear in your head what you truly desire.
To be there for them when they require, they need.
So is it that ever that they don't need you?
They always need.
So you'll keep going on?
Yeah.
And are they available when you need them? What did you
बहुत
say,
बार मैं
Rashmi?
उनकी सुन लेता हूँ.
उनकी सुन लेता हूँ. So everything that was, can we let go? Right and wrong, good and bad, what for,
Yes.
yeah. So true caring is let people choose as who and what they are, and whatever they're choosing to do and be. So, you know, the whole idea of the family is a place where you can be. A home is where you can be just you.
See, Aradhana,
Who's that?
Nino.
Okay, Yanin.
Okay, for all
Hmm.
before access, we have done like, cared too much, been there for them, and not believe that they are infinite beings. And we are in that jail. I can't see you. Where are you? Okay, yeah. So yeah.
So
So we
now is what?
in that jail now. Okay. That अब उसमें से बाहर कैसे?
Just a choice. अब पैरेट को आप बाहर खुला छोड़ दोगे तो क्या करेंगे?
What? Yeah. So some dependency, some mess has got created. Okay, with my son. I'm a single mother, and for the last 21 years, and yeah. So my son, I hadn't given him choices, so he doesn't operate from choices.
So we have a statement called clearing statement, the pot and pock statement. Just pot and pock everything of your past and let it go. And then now, and what if it wasn't wrong?
Today, my dad was having a conversation with me, and he was like, "You can't let your son be like this, and you can't let." I said, "No, I've just left it. Let him make his own choice." So he said, "तो वो जहर खा रहा है तो जहर खाने दो." I said, "हाँ, that's his choice. खाने दो."
But there is a charge in your world when he's saying that, and you're replying to him.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
There is a charge in your world when you're saying वो खा रहा है तो खाने दो.
I know, so that's exactly what is.
What is it? You tell me. So are you in allowance of him having that? Are you just saying?
I am being an allowance. Yes, I am.
Are you? Then where is the charge coming from?
So somewhere that care, that's exactly, that care is still there.
Yeah, so that is what I was telling you guys, and where I came up. Just mute yourself, I'll say, because it's really pounding. So caring is what? True caring is letting them as what they are, and we're coming from home. What does a home means to you? Home is a place where you can be you, right? Family is a place where you can be you. Are you all got stuck? Shit.
Radhana, we can't see you.
Can't see, can't hear.
I think she's off the call. I think she's just getting back on.
You and hear you.
Yeah. So, so caring and is letting them be who they are, what they are, and not trying to change. When you want to be home, you want to be you. You just do not want to pretend, right? And that is the space we need to give to other people also as who and what they are. There is not a responsibility or a burden to change them. If you are only gonna not have them as what they are and whatever they're choosing to do, nobody else is gonna give them that space, and that is where the whole rebel starts. Even that means they are what, as you said, my father was saying, "Zehar khalu, ha khalu." But then you can you be like, being there, like, hey, this is the choice. Yes, it is here. What would that create in your world? Are you willing to lose? Are you willing to be you and willing to be an allowance of everybody's? True allowance is what? Letting them choose what they really want to choose. That is true caring. Caring is not taking care. And how and who says that? As yesterday I said that if other person's body is going to the shits, you are responsible for that. How? Today, if you are a wife of a certain or a husband of somebody, are you gonna be, maybe tomorrow you have a divorce, are you gonna be still as responsible as what you were when you were married? No. So what is that value? What is that? How is your body how are you responsible for what the action the other person is taking? Where did you pick up those responsibilities? Who did you learn these definitions from?
Parents.
Yeah, so can you send stuff back to them?
Yeah.
And it's a choice. And are you willing to be judged?
Yeah.
You're saying yeah, but it's so heavy in your whole like shit. सच्ची मैं कर दूँ कल को वो कहेंगे access वालों ने सिखा दिया. It's not about access वालों ने सिखा दिया. It's about you. Who you truly would like to be. So if you really, that's what we were discussing this morning when we were having thought that, you know, it's the space who would you be for a minute or 1 second? If you actually go to the space where you did not know how to think, and when you were a little child, and or when you're right now also these days, when you're sitting in your room or a space where you are actually being you, where you do not have to pretend, maybe it's your toilet, whether it's your bedroom, where there's no one. How do you behave then? How do you behave then? Just
Total ease.
yeah. So that is who you truly be. And what is the value? And when, even if you want to go out, earn money, do stuff, what are you doing that for? To earn what? Eventually, what do you desire to have? Even if you want to go have money and fulfill needs and do everything for the family, end of the day, what is the result that you're looking for? What is the target you have?
Happiness.
So, but that you
And
already
ease
have
with
in your
life.
yeah, but that ease you're already having when you are in your bedroom or in your toilet or wherever that favorite place of yours is.
Yeah.
So what are you going and finding out? It's now the play. If you acknowledge that you already have it, and now you're going out to have fun with the world, have sex with the world, and then life, how much can you make? How would life look like then? And then it's not your responsibility to change anybody. You can advise them as a parent, as a partner. I mean, you could just say, hey, this choice is going to create this, this is this, but that's your choice. But are you willing to be an allowance? Total allowance, even that means they pick up a knife and they're going to kill themselves. Now, that everybody's head is like tried. Everything that is, can we let that go? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, nasha, birds and beyonds. Can you see how we actually entangle ourselves into family? Who would be true family for you? A place, a space, a home. What is a true home? What is a true family? Have you ever kind of wondered in your world? True family, true world would be where people would just allow each other to be that space. Why do you guys love Friends? Because that's a space, they give you space, they're not judging, they're not expecting out of you, right? And after a few days, those friends become real good friends, and then they also start expecting out of you. And then they become family. Friends for family, friends for life. Friends like family for life, blah, 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 we do. So everything that is, can we let that go? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot, pop, we are looking for that space, which space we already have. If you acknowledge and exponentialize that little space of yours, and remember that minute, and are you willing to be as vulnerable and as walking as what you are in that very space? How many of you are willing to be that space?
Aradhana, I have a question.
Yeah, who's that?
Archana here.
Yeah. Can I see your face? I have to look for you. Yeah, keep going on. Yeah, I found you.
See, I am at ease, but when we are in a family, there are two people involved. What about the other person? If he or she is not ready, not accepted, not in allowance, then I mean, how can I be?
When you will be in total allowance of you, Archana, how would that matter for you? And you will choose for you. Would you actually bother and expect anything?
Yeah, I won't bother. I won't expect. However, you know, in a family, if other person's expectations are something that sometimes we fall into it, and in a society we have to act according to it. Otherwise it's a whole mess created, like on a last
Okay,
call.
what will happen then?
Like on the last call you said, are you willing to leave your husband for something?
Yeah.
Only it's not only the husband, kids are involved, everybody is
Everyone.
involved. So,
Are you willing to give up everyone? Ha, there you go. So, but that's a choice. The whole idea of this question is not asking you to actually get up and go and leave your family. It is actually to get you to space that, where you are so scared and you think it's fearful, that willingness, that if it actually that gets to that level, I honor my space. Like, I don't know if you've heard my other calls, like 2 days, and I've shared my story about me and my husband, and that when I got into the accident and how he was not an allowance, and I thought he's not an allowance of men coming to my life and, me, doing any bar sessions with them or talking to them. And the whole willingness of me to give up on him and leave the house at that given and having my own bag changed everything for me. That little courage. And I remember asking Gary for so many calls, 2 years. I'm like, but what am I not choosing? I'm doing everything. And it was like, you get it when you get it. And I was like, that one day, I was like, okay, today this is not working. And I do not want to be abused anymore. And who's abusing the most is me, myself.
Yeah, I completely understand. However, sometimes we just do whatever they desire so that there's no drama in the family. And
but does that get over ever, or will it exponentialize more?
It, in fact, raises their expectations.
So I remember once, this is what I was going in myself, and I have been through this all my childhood, growing up, that I did not want it a drama in the family, and anybody starts shouting loud, and I would like get up and okay, fine, let's just solve it out, and let's have the peace. I was the peace queen of the house. So it's like, at the end of the day, the matter will end, and I will be the most talked about, and I would be the most criticized person in the whole family. And I'm like, wow, I just went and I kind of got the peace, and because I had a point of view. So one day it was like, I just got out of my dressing area, and my family was sitting, and they were going loud and loud and loud. And I was like, okay, today I'm not going to say anything. Let me see if my heart will fail or what will happen. I'll stand up. Let them fight. And it was just in my head, I like some tool I hold it and I start saying. So you can say whatever, your name, you can say your home or whatever. So I started doing the entity clearing. So I just kept doing that. I'm like, okay, today I'm not going to say a word. Let the fight happen. Eventually, this is like all through my life. You would imagine 2 minutes, everybody dispersed. Everybody dispersed. And there was like nothing ever happened. And I was, you see, was I holding those fights in my world? Because I've had a point of view, and it's not good. What are you willing for your family? What it's always said to us, family fights should not go out of the house. All the family fights are all the time outside the house only. Who and what are you saving and guarding it for? Right? Are you willing everything to go out? Are you willing to be vulnerable? The willingness. And that means even if you have to, you have to. What if the world is going to change? I mean, there's a choice that either you keep surviving into it and living into it and then not complain, then that is the package you're holding. Nothing is wrong and nothing is right. This is the package I'm choosing, and I choose to stay in this package. And if I need to change it, then you've come into life, you're here to explore. Play, have fun. Okay, today I'll use this tool and see. Dekhi jayegi. So for me, it's like, that is one thing that I go to the tip of the Everest in my head and I jump. I said, mar gaye to mar gaye, aaj dekhi jayegi, jo chhota hai chhod de, jo bolta hai bol lete, aaj dekhi jayegi. अभी तक तो मैं नहीं गिर के मरी नहीं हूँ, अभी तक तो जिंदा हूँ, लेती. But that's the fun. That's me. Whatever you have to choose is your choice.
Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Awesome. Anybody else has any question coming up?
I've written the question. Just read it, no, please.
Okay, just a moment. Shalini, would you read it because my screen is. Shalini, okay. Tell me one thing, when we talk of the family, it's multiple beings. I have fucked up my son's reality. Now I work on myself. How? Just interesting point of view. Oh my God. Have you fucked up your son? Or has he also? Does he have a choice by any chance? I mean, you are the only superior bitch of your house. Does he have a choice? Did he create those circumstances to manipulate you? You know? Yes or no?
Yes.
So what do I have to answer? You tell me this. Huh? I can't hear you. You have. What do you say?
You know.
Yeah.
Aage kya? Like, I don't know how to guide him.
You don't know? Seriously?
2000.
Ritu.
I'm on the job. No,
Yes.
2,000 rupees to Aradhana today.
Such a rich woman I am. My God, you guys make me rich every
Really?
day. Richer and richer.
Really?
I mean, can you just trust you? Can you just trust you? That is you. Even if I give you a method today, Nino, that is not going to work in your life. You cannot be Aradhana. You know you. And I cannot, and even if I give you that method, it might be the foolproof method, but then that still won't work because it will be missing your being in it. Are you willing to fail as a mother, which you already think you have failed? And can you stop judging? It's like, okay, this is my son who's grown. See, dacoits are also born through mother's womb. Rapists are also born through mother's womb. No mother thinks that they'll make their kids so and so. So do they have a choice? So what are you using the story for? I mean, what will happen if you do not have a story of your son to be holding in place, and then what will you create? Because you're so bored of life, because you don't want to have a boyfriend or you don't want to have anything, so you're like so stuck up with your son. Life, amazing life you have. Poor me. Don't find a boyfriend. Don't do anything. Keep roaming around your son. Be the primary relationship. Be happy. Your life is done. Tathastu. Come on, choose, babes. You have life to go, and if he has a choice, he's a grown-up adult now. Wonder what 21 years is already grown up. Could you choose? Could you let him choose? Or everything is an interesting point of view, and can you acknowledge whatever it is and what gift it was, whatever it is until now, and now what else is possible? Yeah. Thank you. Anybody else coming with any questions? Monica Gulati aa rahi hai. Essay, yes. I was like missing yesterday. कल तेरा question आया नहीं मोनिका. जल्दी से बोल.
मुझे तो आराधना मतलब मैं फैमिली सोचती हूँ, मुझे सिर्फ स्टोरीज ही स्टोरीज नजर आती हैं.
ये कितनी स्माइल से तेरी स्टोरीज आती है ना, मुझे बड़ा मजा आता है. Can you acknowledge? Can you just acknowledge how amazing and happy you are with your stories? That is why I never forget your face.
सुबह 8 बजे आते हो तो 8 बजे आ सकते हो सफाई करने.
8 बजे किसको सफाई करानी है?
नहीं, अगर जरूरत होगी तो उसकी तबीयत खराब रहती है, कभी आती है.
कौन है? राजकुमार को म्यूट कर दो, नहीं तो हमारी सफाई होगी यहाँ पे. वो मोनिका की सफाई करके जाएंगे आज. Yeah, say.
Last 3-4
I think
months.
there is still a voice.
सुबह
Be closer to your mic.
तो 8 बजे झाड़ू पोछा करने आ सकते
हैं. Now go. Be louder. Be near to. I think it's better to wear for earphones, guys. Otherwise, your voices are very low. Yeah, go ahead.
अब ठीक है आराधना?
Yeah, थोड़ा सा और.
अब?
Yeah, better.
मैं ये पूछ से मेरे हस्बैंड, वही लास्ट टाइम भी मैंने पूछा था कि जैसे काम पे नहीं गए, you said कि it is his choice and his body is wanting to rest.
Yeah.
Business was suffering. So my son, he had gone to Australia for postgrad. उसने चूज करा वापस आना कि मैं एक सेमेस्टर का ब्रेक लेके वापस आता हूँ। मन ऊपर से तो मैं उसको मना कर रही थी, पता नहीं मुझे अंदर से लाइट लग रहा था, हाँ आ जा, और वो आ गया अपने आप। अब साथ में मेरे ब्रदर इन लॉ और मेरे हस्बैंड के ब्रदर्स है, वो सेपरेशंस चल रहे हैं, बिजनेस एंड वो प्रॉपर्टीज, मतलब इतनी फक्ड अप है ना इस टाइम सारा कुछ ही, मतलब
बड़ा टेस्टी मसाला है।
अब उसका 5 मंथ है बेटे के पास, वो कहता है मैं 5
क्या है मोनिका?
क्वेश्चन मैंने पहले ही कहा राधा, मेरे पास स्टोरीज आती हैं जब मैं फैमिली
So
के
what
बारे
is
में
the value of holding these stories? So what is the value of, I mean, what is it that you do not want to change? So can you acknowledge you do not like to change? You love the stories. You're holding in stories for what reason?
Yeah.
So this is what we do all the time. We hold stories and stories and stories by telling to people, to telling to our head, so that we are like accepted in the society to talk. So what is the value? Where is the, do you even question, like, so when you this question, what is this?
Yeah,
What is
I
this?
do that.
What is the value?
I never come in allowance of my brother-in-law and sister-in-law.
Okay, okay, acknowledge that. Okay, I do not come in an allowance. I do not like them. It's fine. What if you do not have to fight that too? Now what else is possible? See, you, unless you will not question, you will not change. I cannot give your answers. We are so trained to getting answers from others.
Yeah.
You have your own awarenesses. You know how to, and everything comes to you only because you can deal with it.
Yeah,
it is showing up in your universe because you are the solution also for it. You are the problem maker. You are the solution. Everywhere you think that you have to have an answer from outside you, can you pocket pot that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot talk on leisure, above and beyond. Can you just acknowledge you know it? And what nothing is wrong. Okay, I love stories. I acknowledge I love stories. We all love stories. And how many stories do we give it to our head? Is it working? Are these stories working? No. Okay, now what else? And the moment you're giving yourself another story in your head or when you're sitting, stop. Tell yourself, hey, stop. What is the question here? What is the question here? What is the question here? See and play with it unless you will not. And then also, I mean, acknowledge that you really do not want to choose right now to change it. It is not really hurting you so badly. The day it will hurt you, you definitely will get into a question. So अभी काम चल रहा है.
काम नहीं चलाना ना.
तो नहीं चल रहा तो क्वेश्चन करो. जोशी के पास जाओगे तो जोशी तो पैसा बनाएगा. तुम मेरे पास आओ, मैं भी तुमसे सेशन लूंगी, पैसा बनाऊंगी, तुम्हें बताऊंगी. फ्री में थोड़ा ना मिलता है जोशी का आंसर. मैं तो रेडी हूँ बनाने को, पैसे तो ओपनली कह रही हूँ.
बंद कर दिया.
हाँ तो फिर be your own जोशी. Otherwise you are most welcome to come and have a private session and pay me too. I love money.
Okay.
You are your own guru. You know, that was the beauty of Access. I enjoyed that. It empowered me with the questions. And I'm like, wow, thank God I don't have to go and ask. Because anyways, whatsoever happens with me, I know nobody else has that answer because it will not match what I really want to hear. I also know that. And I'm like, okay, what do I know? Because जो अंदर मैंने जो सामान छिपाया हुआ है, जो मेरे को मालूम है मैं क्या कर रही हूँ, वो किसी को कभी मालूम हो ही नहीं सकता. Your intricacies, because your vulnerability, yours with yourself, is way beyond different than with anybody else. Even if that is your parent, whether it's your child, whether it's your husband, you can only be that one to an extent. But can you be that vulnerable with them now? So only you know what you know. So it's coming in your periphery because you only have the answer to it. And awareness to it. And be willing to fail. You anyways are failing in your lives, guys. Had it had to work, it would have worked until now. So acknowledge you have the potency to solve it, change it, Only, and you can change it with one simple question. What is this? What can I do? And what can I do to change?
Okay.
Even making your stories, do not make your stories wrong. Thanks for acknowledging. I'm very grateful that at least we acknowledge that I always have stories. That is a big change. You have to acknowledge, wow, I have another story to tell to Aradhana today. Wow, I have another story. How many stories would you like to tell? That is why I'm laughing. I'm also very happy to hear your stories. But had it been a longer cause, I would have heard. That is when I made myself so expensive to have private sessions, because I was like, hey, I mean, if I have to really have patience to hear stories, yeah. आओ स्टोरी सुनाओ पैसे दो जाओ आंसर तो मेरे पास है नहीं मैंने तुम्हारा ही क्वेश्चन निकाल के तुम्हें पकड़ा देना और तुम मुझे पैसे दे के जाओ how does it get any better than this good that you already have it relaxed talking for that
Thank
awesome good see how amazingly she smiles and laughs तेरी हंसी सब बदल देगी यार जय आजकल
Aradhana, I'm not taking any session from you.
Who's that?
Simi.
Simi, you're not taking session from me. Today only Simi came to me in the morning and she had my, she was at my bar swap and then she's like, I really want to have a private session from you once. Whenever I create, I'm like, sure, anytime. You're most welcome to do. Now she knows. Now she's not gonna come. See? Monica, you took my client away. Shit. Not done. Awesome. Anybody else? Any other questions showing up around caring?
Yeah.
Hello, Sanjeevni. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Awesome.
Yeah. So my question is with regards to caring, kindness, and also what does it look like? Because it doesn't also always have to look like the nice thing. We always have that. And the other end of the spectrum is tough love, where, you know, I'm caring for you and that's why I'm doing this.
Yeah. What if you don't have to show that you're caring? That proving system is what is killing you, no? What if you do not have to prove it any time? Your caring is your caring. If you are living with that person is already a sign of caring, right? And that space, how much, you know, kids love people who really pamper them because they be that space for them. So if you be that space for everybody and anybody in your family, what will that create?
True that.
Being that space of like, okay, and not judging them as wrongness. So today, only I think I was talking about my husband something, and one of the girls in the swap, she said that, you know, but that's not kind, and you know, but that's not right. And I'm like, really? But that I don't have to be right or wrong. I just care for him. And she said, how's that caring? I said, because I'm letting him choose for him. So that in this reality is weird. That how can you be so emotionless? I said, that's
I'm
not
wondering
emotion, right?
if, can I just pause you for a minute? I'm wondering what's underneath the sentence that you, because it happened once before as well. Is there something underneath the sentence, I'm letting him choose? Like, you know, somebody was sharing ki zahar kha dega to khane doge kya?
Correct,
but it's
correct.
not as simplistic as that. There is something. Can you talk to what that is? Which you said briefly before also.
Yeah.
It's like stating that there's a choice. And is this really... And something... And
so when
something
you give that space to somebody, it's from the actually from the space of total choice and not judging them from that, you know, what their choice, which is kind of, you know, because we really get hurt when it's about dying, right? When it's really hurting their bodies. So that's when we really, really get up and like, oh, you can't be emotionless. But actually, that is the true caring of letting that person choose. The more you want to hold them, the more they're going to run away from you.
Right. So can I share something here?
Yeah, please.
And I just want to, I don't know if there's a validation or not, but maybe that's how it looks.
we heard it.
I know. I was talking to myself. I should have muted. So I actually, my younger one was unwell a couple of days ago. He's having a terrible toothache. And in the middle of it all, he goes, I don't know if Charu's on call today or not, but I was speaking with her during that time. And he said, you know what? I don't want to be in this body anymore. And that shook me a little because this child has been to access classes and he knows what that means and he knows what that choice is. And, you know, I messaged Charu because I was asking her for homeopathic medicine. I said, anything I can do to help him? And she said, what is he saying? And he said, this is what he said. So she said, why don't you run exit stage left on him and tell him he has a choice and be in allowance of what he chooses. And for me, as a mother, there was a little bit of a charge. And then when I let it go, it was kindness to me. It was caring for him. So is that what you're talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just wanted to
So
share
I
it
was,
with everybody
yeah,
else.
here also, like, with my son, once I had this, and I remember when he was getting older, and he, this how youngsters want to drink, smoke, do everything. And he started, like, he just got into drinking, and he really wanted to try it out, and he did it with his friends. And then, I mean, one day they overdid it, which I was aware of that something was going on, but I was like fine with it, and I allowed it. Sure, you have to do it. Everything can't be shown to, because it becomes so boring for kids also to show everything and tell their parents. Sure, go ahead. I was showing that I'm unaware, and probably that night they got very drunk, and he got extra drunk. And for him, he was kind of lying on a pot like a dead body or whatever. And my maid, who had been looking after him for like 18, 20 years, came shouting in the morning at 7. He was in my basement, I think, okay, koi mar gaya kya? And she's like, I said, is anybody dead? She's like, no, you come see, and he's naming my son and like, come downstairs, see him, how's he? And I think, okay. And I'm like, okay, let's just go and see what's happening. And I have a white basement, and in the white basement there's a gadda in between, and his body was like, they kept like this. This is koi mar gaya. And I go inside quietly, pick up his hand as a doctor's daughter, and I'm like, I said, Zinda hai, it's okay. And I could stop laughing. I kept laughing and laughing and laughing, and his friends were like, is his mother weird or what? Like, has she lost it? And I actually was from that space. Ye to ho nahi tha. Okay, very well. You stayed back well and good. Nahi stay karta to koi baat nahi. Thank you so much. And I was total allowance. And I'm so grateful because I've learned that from over the years of experience, that I was not expecting him not to do it. And then even if when he got up, I had nothing to say because I didn't really feel bad about it. And I checked that point, that am I in the space of letting him die? I said, yeah. Even if he has to now choose after 21, 22, whatever, wherever he is going to be in the world, it might happen. So I have to be into a total allowance of him of choosing. And if he chooses to stay in this world, nobody ever has that guts to take that body away from him. And that actually made him like choose different. And since then, he's like, hello, I am not going to do that ever.
Thank you.
I have no point of view.
Yeah. And I also see me doing this. I don't know how many of us do that. I wonder what I have to actually leave for a doctor's appointment. But this is one last thing that I wanted to say was that I always catch myself saying, lekin ye to husband hai, but ye beta hai. So, you have that diversification saying husband expectations and projections alag hai. Bete ke projections and expectations.
So if you actually take yourself out from the seat of being a mother or a wife or everything, and then every time asking questions for any and everybody in your life, are there any projections? Are there any expectations?
Right.
If you actually clear them, then what can you change and shift?
True that.
And what if that can be the space in the house of total allowance for each other and being comfortable? How beautiful those families would be.
They are. I mean, I have experienced this when it is an allowance. I mean, it's absolutely a bliss for everyone. It's not that, and it's not that you're
not judging.
Detached in terms of I don't care. It's detached in terms of I'm an allowance. That kind of.
And it's weird, right? You're in the one home, one space, and you're judging each other. I mean, is that kind? Is that fun?
And it also under the garb of saying, I want good for you. And whatever
good for you. that is when it's the biggest judgment. We say, I mean, you're killing your beta with the judgments of love. Because we know better than you.
I mean according to whom? According to whose idea of good? I mean, even is it yours?
Yeah.
Where are you picking it up from?
Correct. So today, if you actually guys work out, thank you so much, Indivi. So if today you work out from this space that, what if you had no family, no idea how to take care of the family, and you had no relationship with anybody, then who would you be? How would you like your family to grow up? somebody getting out of your body, somebody, you're reproducing, and if you had no formal structures, then you have no knowing about it, how to take care, and how you should be as a parent or a partner or anything, then how would you be? Play with that today and see. Yeah? Anybody else coming up with any questions?
Hey, Radna.
Hey, Charu.
I got to be there on your call.
Awesome. Thank you. So lovely. So honored by each one of you to be here. Yeah. Thank you.
It's so interesting to hear that since yesterday, I've been asking parents कि आप बच्चों को क्यों control करते हो? तो मुझे हम बताए नहीं हमें पढ़ाई उनको कब पढ़ना है, नहीं गलत राह पे चले जाएंगे. I said how quickly you've assumed कि वो जाएंगे.
Concluded, right? So right there and then.
Like when Sanjeevani was talking about exit stage, I said like we conclude कि बेचारे मर ही जाएंगे.
मर ही जाएंगे, exactly. That is when we have to be so present with projection, expectations, and conclusions. The moment we do projection, expectation, we are separated and concluded and from everybody, and we are into judgment. Even the simple step of every day asking from like, am I projecting? Am I expecting? Even of yourself. Do I have any conclusions?
Can you talk a little bit about projections?
So it's like a projection that a mother should be doing this. A mother would act like that. A child would act like, if you've seen your child growing up and naughty, so you projected if even a child is asking for reading a book and going asking, "Isse padhna vanna nahi hai." You already projected at that person, he aise kar raha hai. He's just trying to, have be in the good books of another person. So that is the projection. So you are projected as a daughter, you're projected as a wife, there's so much of a projection of the society on you. And that is when you go. And even with yourself, be doing that? Are you project yourself with that? And same is like, and there's a very thin line of expectation is that person should be doing this. So projection is like what you actually think in your head is been projected also at the same time. If you're judging yourself, you're also projecting that right there and now. So 60,000 thoughts in your head and 60,000 creations right there in 1 minute. Imagine how much are you creating. So if you actually start being so present and looking, oh wow, that's what my mind is thinking. Oh, that's what my mind is thinking. Wow, interesting. That's when we say of playing of interesting point of view and making everything a very, very interesting point of view. And oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, that's when we can change it. If we are very present, and that the key to everything is being very, very present. Being present. That is what my demand all the time is in my world. What will it take for me to be present? That is when I'm able to catch up that am I controlling? Do I have a point of view around controlling? Do I have a point of view around projection, expectations? So the moment I'm into it, I'm like, okay, am I projecting? I use those tools all the time.
So, can I, like, for example, you have a swap from 10 to 1. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and there are people who would want to wait till 2 or 3 or whatever. So, when you tell them, guys, 10 to 1 is my time.
Correct.
Am I?
You're breaking up. Wind up. So sometimes people do stay back a little later. So I was like, could you just clear up as ASAP? And people have said to me at times that can I stay back? I said no, doesn't work. That's my private space.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to be judged for it.
I know the charge is there, like when you say no, and I say no. Nowadays I'm like being very stringent. I'm like, guys, you've got to. And that's where it becomes like little.
So you have a point of view behind it, no? That they will have. So if you have a point of view, they will definitely have a point of view. For me, it's like, no, guys, thank you. I'll have to actually, wind up.
Okay.
And nobody now asks me much because everybody knows me very well. And I'm being that energy of like, that's it.
Okay.
Being that, because, I mean, if you will not have a point of view, people will not even think about it.
The point of view means like if I'm telling them that leave at like particular time and my point of view that I'm being bad or I'm...
Yeah. So they will be thinking that you're bad. That's a projection.
Thank you.
You such a
Aradhana,
bad
Jalpa
host.
has her hand raised.
Yes, Jalpa.
Yeah.
Come
Hi,
here.
Aradhana.
Hi.
Aradhana, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What do we exactly mean by allowance, and does that mean that if somebody is getting rude to you in the family, or just maybe insulting you or something, so do we really, I mean, does it mean that we should not speak up, or because we're being in allowance of that? Is that
what have you defined allowance as? Allowance for you first, na, sweetheart? Does that work for you?
So I'm really confused about it, because then I start questioning myself. No, but then I have to be in allowance. It is his choice.
Allowance does not mean doormat, no. So my son, I used to say when I learned bar, he's like, Mom, if he's playing television and I'm like, hey, now shut it down. It's 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. He's like, allowance, Mom, allowance. Where's your allowance going? And he was like, kind of time like played with me for a longer while. And I'm like, actually, what does that allowance look? And then I forgot that allowance means allowance for me first, which took me 1.5 years to understand that, oh, allowance for me. This is my house. This does not work for me. I'm sorry.
For me, 3 years, yeah, it has taken to get that.
Yeah, see here. So we are just giving you right here allowance for you first. So it's like if somebody is screaming at you and doing something and being rude to you, and you can tell them, hey, it's fine. I totally get you. You probably might be correct, but this does not work for me. You cannot talk to me like that. And I would not appreciate somebody talking to me like that.
Okay.
Allowance does not mean doormat. Allowance, when you will include you, will everything change? See, we are always talking, we are always looking for outside. We are making people outside us comfortable. The day you will choose more for you, can people around you choose more for you? So how you've seen your mother growing, when you were growing up, how did you see your mother? You saw your mother doing everything for your father or your family and blah, blah, blah. So that is where we got confused that, oh, that is the correct way of working. We have to see others. We have to make others happy, and that is when we are good. So, but that does not mean that is going outside. Here is being selfish. Are you willing to be selfish for yourself? It is rude and it is unkind. It is making me uneasy. I am not going to. Whether whosoever it is, whether it's my parents, whether it's my family, whether it's an adult, I always had this. I'm like, but if somebody is elder to me, does not mean somebody can scream on me.
Right.
I'm very clear with that.
Even if it means walking away from that person or just moving out.
And why would I walk away? I mean, why would I? This is my space. I mean, unless you're in somebody else's space, that's different. But if I'm in my space, I'm not going to walk. I have my space. I have my space, and I mean, if nobody likes it, see, you don't have to fight for yourself. That's what I've been telling you for like last 2-3 days, that you guys don't have to fight for yourself. This is who I be. So, like I'm very I'm very kind of kind what people say around me, but then I'm very stern. I'm like, there's certain things which do not work for me. And nobody has that whole space of asking me for that, which I'm like, hey, that doesn't work for me. I honor me first. First is me, and I'm willing to be, if that means I have to be rude to other people or I have to be saying out loud, I'm willing to say. So how much are we keeping inside and judging and, closing and shutting our mouth from not saying? So today only my son was mentioning about some friend, and, he said that girl is working in a big company, and how when she was sitting in the room and, she's just going as a cop there and, working as a trainee, and the boss comes and sits next to her and then goes back to his seat and starts, fiddling his private parts. And she's just sitting in the room, and he's like, I was curious, why the hell are you sitting in the room? She said, no, it's okay. I managed and I moved out. I have to work here for 3 weeks. And he's like, I told him, no, I'm going to do it. I said, is she willing to stand for herself? Is she willing to give up that job? I mean, we start getting into that protective mode. It's also about her choice. Is she willing to give up that job and move out of that point? But we have been so instilled by keeping it shut that we keep taking abuse in interest of other things. So where are you willing? What are you not willing to lose? And wherever you feel that we all, I think we all in somewhere feel ourselves that we are not worth it, can we just try and not get that? Right and wrong, good and bad, what talk on share was in. If you're not worth for yourself, you will not be worth to anybody, ever. Howsoever, whatsoever you do about it. And please, 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 please remember always, wherever you are in the world, do not fight for yourself. When you do not fight for yourself and when you have your own back and when you be you, nobody can touch you. But that fight, the moment we think, oh, okay, that is not allowed, so I have to fight for it. No, this is who I be. When you are relaxed inside and there's no thought, nothing is projected and nobody even comes near you. Does that make clear, Jalka? Give you clarity?
Yeah, of course it does. But then somehow at times I find it difficult to do it without having any point of view about it, I mean,
okay. So what is so difficult in it? Let's just. So right now, if I'm telling you, giving the example of this girl right now, so how difficult can that be for her to move out of that space and leaving that job or going to an HR department saying this is happening? And which means she might have to give her a job.
Yeah, right. So what if, I mean, she has the strong judgment of how wrong it is to indulge in such activities, and then she takes up that stand for her. I mean, she stands up for herself. But then how do we do it without having any charges about it, without having any...
So what is the charge here? What is the charge in your world?
Anger.
Is it yours? When you stand up for yourself, will people around you will be able to take you as who you are?
At times they judge. So and they are like, this is what happens in all the families, and it's just okay. And this
so
is
are you willing to be alone and stand alone in your family and just be you, and nobody on your side?
Yes, I am.
So when won't there be any anger? Is it? Are you picking everybody's anger in the family? Who does it belong to?
It doesn't belong to me, and I return it to the senders, all the senders.
See, simple. Yeah. When you have your own back, when you know there's nothing that is in your head that belongs to you. And where is the anger? What is the anger for? Standing for yourself?
It's more related to how can people do that? For what reasons do people choose? I mean, being so mean and nasty, maybe.
Just because they can. They have a choice.
Yes.
And why would you choose to go through that shit? What do you choose that for? Because you can. You also have a choice.
Yeah, I'm not choosing it anymore.
Yeah, that's again a choice.
Yes, thank you.
It's not about being rebelling. It's just about being and not judging why other person is doing, because they can. You always have a choice for anything, and nothing is wrong, nothing is right. You can choose anything.
Yeah.
So everything that brings up, can we talk about that? Right and wrong, good talk on the show, above and beyond.
Yes.
Any other person?
I have a question.
Can you please explain about? There's a question, Monica Gulati, for fighting ourselves. Monica ji. Who has the question?
I have.
Yeah.
Smriti.
Yes, Smriti.
Aradhya, sometimes I feel like, what should I do? Like when my kids are constantly compared with other kids, like why are not more disciplined? Yeah, something
Can I
like
see your
that.
face?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to give them space, and after
You
coming to
try.
Axis, I give them space, and especially after coming into Axis, I feel okay, that's their choice.
Yeah.
But after a point of time, when this constant, saying and judgment is being posed on me, somehow I feel I'm losing my temper, and I take out my frustration on them.
So is it a Monica just said you just laughed it away. No, I did. So it's like so do you have any judgment about competition? Do you have competition in your world, Kriti?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like
But how can you have another Smriti on the planet? Tell me.
no, not with me. Like
No, but even your kids, how can there be another kid like yours kid on the world?
Yeah.
You only give birth to that, and those, even if you gave twins, they would have not been the same.
Yes.
So where is the competition?
See,
If you
this
give up your
I
point of view
can
around competition, probably they will not have a competition.
Okay. But this is a point of view I can understand. How to make my family members understand ki, okay, he or she is an individual. He or she has their own space and own choices.
Why do you have to make them listen to that? Why do you have to?
Because
Why do you have to go to their world? Let the kids
because
choose
keep
and create
telling
their.
me.
No, their kids. Your kids have choice too. Do they?
No, because yes, but they keep telling me that you are not able to keep them disciplined.
Yeah, because you have a point of view, na sweetheart. The moment you will give up your point of view, they will not come and say, they think ढीठ है इसको तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता. हमने तो उनको बोला था, fine है.
Okay.
Are you willing to fail as a mother? Are you willing to be a bad mother?
No.
Oh no. So then what are you gonna create? No judgment. Simple. That's how we create our life. What you resist persists. Anyways, you're a bad mother, Smriti. Yeah, come on. Pathetic you are. I
That
can
is
see
true.
here only.
So no matter how much I do, I'll be a bad mother only.
Of course, because you have a point of view, na sweetheart. Your point of view creates your reality. Give up the point of view, you will change it.
So at this time, what should I do? Like if people
Give
around
up
me
the
are
point of view. Give up the point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. You cannot change people. It's not outside in. It's inside out, sweetheart. Guys, we think we have to change out. We have to change in. Your point of view, you change one point of view, everybody around you changes.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank
Play with
you.
it and
Thank
see.
you so much.
Thank you. Welcome. Please explain a bit. What do you want me to explain? जल्दी से बोल मोनिका क्या टाइम ओवर हो गया जल्दी बताओ क्या नहीं समझ आया तुझे स्टोरी में क्या गड़बड़ है So there is a see we are point of view when we have a point of view that my like what Smriti was saying that I have a point of view that my children are compared, the others are comparing. When you will not have a point of view, your energy will only not go there. That's what the people are saying. But when you have a point of view, you will only attract those kind of people who always keep finding faults in you. So if you give up that point of view, then okay, fine, I'm willing to fail and I am doing the best as I could. So this, another example from my own life is like my son was called up today and he's like, hey mom, I'm really, he's going to kill me because if he knows I'm going to share his examples, he's going to kill me. Anyway, so he was like, I'm not really happy with, I mean, you did your best, but then you not been there for me. I said, but I'm here. He said, yeah, you're there, but you're still not there. I said, okay, how? How do you want me to be? I said, that's the best I can be with you. Rest. He said, but I have to do everything. I said, of course. If your stomach is aching, it will only aching to you. I can sit next. The ache is going to be with you. He says, no, but then you have to. I said, okay, show me. He says, I do not know what to be. I said, that is in my best interest as a mother I can be for you. But then, and he says, now I realize that it's not about you. I think I should move on. I need somebody else. I thought you were my best friend and everything I can share with you and you can help me and you will have my back. So probably I've got that difference that I need to have somebody of my age. I said, yeah, go find a girlfriend. He said, yeah. I said, but can you see how you're already killing that relationship? A girl who's not even come into your life, you're expecting her to come and kind of share and listen to your sob story, and then she kind of give you, be there for you. But she doesn't even know how you would like her to be there. Because she again will act in her manner. Right? So we all do it in our own manner. You can be a good mother to the extent you can be a good mother, or a partner, or anything. But you cannot go beyond it, right? Correct? So whatever best you can be as a mother, as a partner, as a relationship, or a friend, you can be in your periphery that much. You can't be more than that. Unless somebody tells you to, okay, pick up this and do this. Can you do more? So what's the value of judging it then? And then you're still judging it that, okay, am I a good mother? Am I not a good mother? Do you have any more tools to be a good mother? Or a good partner? No. ठीक है, Monica ji? समझ आ गया story? Everything that brings a kidney destroy and unkit all right and down good in that pot for collection of and beyond. Does that make things clear, guys? Any questions coming up here?
So we are at 6:35, Aradhana. So
yes.
we'll pick up any more questions tomorrow.
Yes,
and
so we'll have
thank
questions
you
tomorrow.
every joining us. And we've got 2 more days of magic and fun.
Thank you.
And can you have sex
so
tonight,
much.
guys? Thank you. Can you have sex tonight? Which you missed yesterday. I'm giving you
Yes,
another
yes.
chance to have sex.
Wow, forgot
Have sex
yesterday.
with everybody, everything and everyone and everybody. And let me know tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you for your presence.
Thank you.